What is up, YouTube? So, it's very rainy outside, it's very dark and moody in my studio right now. I posted a video on Instagram today, and a lot of you freaked out about it. I was experimenting with putting chains, metal chains, on my snare drum. I've seen guys like Aaron Sterling and a bunch of other people do that, and it has a really cool effect of adding a little metallic sound to your snare drum. It sounds like this. And that's a cool effect in the studio. It adds almost an electronic sound to your snare drum. So I'm going to walk you through exactly what I did to get that sound on my snare drum using chains. Alright, I'm back behind my drum set, and let me show you what the snare drum looks like. So as you can see, I've got the chains right here. Those are heavy metal chains. That's like 4 feet of metal chains. I have a snare weight here. We'll get to that. This drum is a 7x14 Pearl Master Custom. It's a maple shell, and it's actually not mine. I'm borrowing it from a friend. So what you'll need to get this sound is dampening. I use a snare weight. I like snare weight for certain purposes, and this was kind of the right circumstance for it. A chain. This chain is heavy. This is 4 feet of real metal chain. A small little bungee cord. This is where I got my bungee cords. It was $5 on Amazon. They are 20 pieces. There are 20 mini bungee cords on here. They're also what I'm using to hold the towels to the toms. That's it. Some dampening, a bungee, chains, and then a little bit of gaff tape. So that's really all you need. Basically, the head is tuned super low. Literally all of the lugs are almost off. There's no wrinkles in the head, but all the lugs are pretty much as low as I can get them without a lug falling out. Because you want the chains to bounce up and down when you hit the drum, you need tension in the head. So all of them are backed out pretty much as far as I can get them without them becoming super loose and wiggly. So that's how you tune the head. Then I added the bungee cord, put it across the head, put the chains on one side of the bungee cord, obviously the side of the bungee cord that isn't in the middle of the drum, and then the gaff tape, I pretty much just put the gaff tape. The gaff tape isn't stuck to the head of the snare drum. The gaff tape is kind of stuck to some of the chain to keep the chain from sneaking under the bungee cord. And then the last thing is the snare weight. You don't have to use a snare weight. I just wanted to, if you don't muffle the drum, your ghost notes will sound a little wonky, or at least they were for me. So I put a little bit of muffling, the snare weight on there, and that's really it. All you need is a head tuned super low, a bungee cord to hold the chains on one side of the drum, and then a snare weight, and this is the sound you get. The last thing I'll mention is the snares are not tight on my snare drum. They're not loose either. The snares are set at a medium tension. You want them to let the drum breathe a little bit, so you don't want to crank them too much. If you crank them too loose, you lose the buzz that you need from them. So kind of a medium to medium low tension with the snares. That's really it. This was I put this on Instagram, and a lot of you were asking about how I got this sound, so I figured I'd make, apparently a lot of you are kind of interested in it. So I made a YouTube lesson, and here it is. Like I said at the beginning of the lesson, it kind of has an electronic feel, and stuff like that is always worth exploring in the studio, because that means that I don't have to find, if I put this on someone's song, I don't have to find a sample to layer on the snare drum, because the snare drum's already kind of giving something that most acoustic drums don't naturally have. So that's a cool thing to always play with and experiment. That's it for this one. Put in the comments, do you dig this sound, and then do you ever experiment like this? What are some of your favorite experiments you've done as far as getting drum sounds, drum tuning? Hit subscribe and hit the notification bell if you like these lessons. I'm coming out with stuff every week, so feel free to do that. And I think that's it. I'll see you guys in the next one.